Well, moving on with the show, we'll be taking our good news segment right about now, where we get to see the interesting innovations and amazing things happening right here on the African continent, all across the globe. Now we'll take. Did I say globe? I mean globe. Mod, no comment.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Once in a while, we drop a bombshell. It still tells us that we're humans. So, yeah, across the globe. Well, we're taking our first good news, and this, we're looking at the Holla farmers. And one thing they've been doing is they've been preserving and restoring African land for over 50 years. So we're looking at the Holla Farmers app. There's an app that has been created and is taking advantage of Africa's increasing mobile penetration by simply equipping the next generation of farmers with knowledge, information, and education through technology. Now, the app was developed by farmers for farmers. By farmers for farmers, literally with farmers in mind. And this is taking its unique name. If you look at the name Holler, Haller, it's taking the name from the UNEP Global 500 laureate, Dr. Renee Holler, who has actually spent the last 50 years experimenting with nature to restore life to degraded landscapes, especially here in Africa. Now, one thing Dr. Holler did was to use science and careful observation to allow barren, quarried landscapes. You know, places that you go and quarry stone, sand, rocks, and then you leave the place in such a deplorable state. It's difficult for the resources, for the soil, the nutrients, for it to actually be restored back into a state that can, balance the biodiversity of the ecosystem. So basically, Dr. Haller's approach was to actually look at how to apply the wealth and knowledge she's gained over 50 years. And this is to help them be able to farm and be able to get the land back in the right shape. That's how come the Holler Farmers app came. With the app, if you're a farmer and you have the Holler Farmers app, first off, you can tell where you're going to plant, what you need to plant, how the soil is like. And if you're able to input all the right data, it helps you know that, okay, plant this, plant that, to be able to increase this amount of nutrients in the soil, or plant this, plant that, and then you can be able to get this or get that. And that is helping to maintain and bring balance to the ecosystem, especially through the biodiversity. Now, the app also shows you the various methods which are affordable and they are organic and environmentally friendly. So if you're a farmer out there, you want to find a way, okay, fine, I'm a farmer, I want to become a farmer. I have a piece of land and I don't know where to start from or how to go about it. Just download the Holler Farmers app. It's Haller, and then you know where to go from there. It's actually a very interesting thing because you get different tips. You understand how to get started. You talk about your plot, what to grow. You can also chat directly with experts and professionals, basically on what is happening to probably your plants, or a disease has taken over. Something has happened. You can get help directly on the app. So Holler Farmers app, that's the app, and that's the first one. This for me is an amazing thing. Agriculture is actually paving the way for very interesting and amazing things that we literally, basically have no idea about, because if you tap into the power that comes with agriculture, development is basically on its way to you. Well, moving on to the next and final AGR Good news we have for you today, we're looking at Vodafone and Google giving smartphones to rural communities in South Africa. So this was a partnership between Google and Vodafone, and they've decided to give away hundreds of Android-powered smartphones to communities across Limpopo in South Africa. Now, this move forms part of the company's continued effort to reduce the digital divide. You know, you have people who are not using smartphones, people who are not technologically inclined. They have no idea when it comes to technology. So this is a way to actually bring people into the fold, introduce them to the use of technology. They see the pros, they see the cons, they see how they can use technology to actually advance whatever it is they are doing. And basically, this is in pursuit to build an inclusive and sustainable digital society. So they are prioritizing investing in deep rural communities as part of the vision to actually connect everybody together, no matter where you are. We're at this stage where it's not like because I live in a rural place or because they are in a rural area, we can't get to them. No. I mean, we had the loon balloon technology that literally is sending internet access to rural places through the whole it's like the hot air balloon technology. You know, it carries the satellite and then it goes there and drops a place. And wherever you land a loon balloon, you actually give internet connectivity, internet access to the people who find themselves in that locality or that community. So right now, there's so many ways to actually get connected and to connect everybody. But sometimes you don't have the devices. And that's one thing that Vodacom and Google are actually doing. So it's an amazing thing. Kudos to them. We just hope it's not going to end here because education has to be done. The right education also teach them how they can actually use this to better whatever they are doing. If they're farmers, they can go and download the Holla Farmers app. They can also pick up different softwares or different applications and learn how to increase their yield. You know, so many things can be done with a technological device like a mobile phone. So if they can just focus and work on that and educate them, this will be a better, proper and amazing thing. But kudos to them for giving out smartphones to people in the rural communities. Well, that is all we have for you.